Hi everyone, good morning. It's pleasure to meet you again. In this video, we are going to discuss about operational database. It is a fundamental topic when we are talking about computer science. Anyhow, it is the foundation for any organization to run their day-to-day applications. We know that every organization they have got a number of applications to carry out their operation day to day. These applications produces a certain amount of data every day. These data should be stored in a proper way and it should be retrieved in the real time to see what happens in the transaction. If it is recorded based on the situation, based on the events, then the data needs to be modified or deleted. These are the things the organization should do with the data they have generated. Initially, for this purpose, the flat files are used. The flat files are used to store the data and manage the data. But it is not that much efficient or effective. That is the reason the operational database came into our business of day-to-day operations. So in this operational database, what we do is we are storing the data generated in these applications in the operational database, and this data can be retrieved in the real time also if any modification needs to be done or it is to be deleted, it can be retrieved in the real time. So everything happens in the real time. That is the reason it is called operational database for using day-to-day operations. So the operational database is the heart of storing the data every day. In this operational database is designed to run the day-to-day operation or transaction of your business. Every business they have got transactions that should be stored in somewhere else. That is the operational database. Then the most common type of database used to support operations were relational database. There are a type of databases like hierarchical, network database, object-oriented database like this. But most commonly, the relational database is used as a operational database. An operational database management system is software that is designed to allow users to easily define, modify, retrieve, and manage data in real time. That is, for example, in a banking systems, there are applications that are creating the accounts, and during the days, they can do the transactions, debiting the account or crediting the account, or sometimes they reverse the transactions. All those things will happen in the day-to-day operations. All these things can be carried out with the help of operational database because the data needs to be defined, modified sometimes and retrieved, and the management of data, that is we are going to manage the integrity of the data and who is accessing the data. All these things are to be done, so for which we are having an operational database. While conventional database rely on batch processing, that is no interactions is required, but operational databases are oriented toward real-time transaction operations. So for everyday business, we are using the operational database. An operational database is a database that stores data inside of an enterprise. Through the applications, a number of applications in the enterprises are using. Through these applications, the volume of data is generated every day. This data is nothing but information of the business. These data are stored in different operational database or single database based on the requirements. So that is happening in every organization. These data can contain like payroll records for employees, customer information, employee data or workflow data. These kind of data the operational database can contain. And with the operational databases, records can be added, removed and modified in real time. This is what we have been again and again speaking about in the purpose of the operational database. in the real time they are going to be used for adding, removing and modifying the data. Operational database management system can be based on SQL, but a growing number are using NoSQL and non-structured data. Here we are talking about the database. This database can be divided into SQL database and NoSQL database. We are going to talk in detail about this SQL and NoSQL in another one video. Now we can understand at the high level. We know that the data can be structured or unstructured, semi-structured data. If the data is structured, then it can be stored in this SQL database so that can be maintained or managed in an effective way in the SQL database. At the same time, if our business is producing semi-structured data like XML data, JSON data or unstructured data, there is no format at all, image or all those things, then we can use the NoSQL database also. The SQL database can store only the structured data. At the same time, the NoSQL database can store structured, unstructured and semi-structured data also. So if our business is producing this kind of semi-structured and unstructured data, then we will go for NoSQL database. So in an organization there are a number of databases. Most of the databases are in SQL databases. If some applications are producing non-structured or semi-structured data, then they will move into a NoSQL database. This is growing nowadays because nowadays in the business are handling this kind of data. So some of the applications they are running on the top of NoSQL database. Thank you. Then we will discuss about DBMS applications in another one video.